What's up, everyone? It's finally time for that first NBA trend report of the season. I've got five really good trends for you guys that are active on today's games, today being Monday, November 6th. We're going to get right into those trends in just a second. But as first, I always start by saying please never make a bet based on a single trend. If you're going to use trends as part of your handicapping process, I recommend that you weigh out the what you feel are the relevant trends on each game. We all have different opinions on what trends are relevant and which ones are not. You got to base it off of what you feel are relevant. Take those relevant trends from each game, weigh them out, and see if they weigh more heavily on one side or the other. For trend number one, we're going to look at the Minnesota Timberwolves. We're going to go back to last season when they're at home and the previous margin, which is scoring margin, is greater than or equal to 10, meaning they won that last game by 10 or more points. So this is basically the Timberwolves since last season, or going back to last season, when they're at home off a double-digit win. We'll hit the SDQL button. And you'll see that the over-under is 0 and 10, no overs, 10 unders. These games stayed under by a very healthy average of about 14 points per game. And you can see that this is active today, the Timberwolves hosting the Celtics. So let's move right on into trend number two. And guys, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and also hit the bell for notifications so you do not miss out on any of these daily trends videos. For trend number two, we're going to look at the Utah Jazz, and we're going to go back to last season again. We're going to look at them when they're on the road, so capital A for away. This right here looks like a mishmash, but what it really means is they're coming off, or they've won, or they've lost 4 or 5 of their last 6 games. So the lowercase t refers to team, the capital S refers to sum, and whatever you want the sum of, you put that in parentheses. So capital L is loss or losses. So we're looking for the team's sum of losses. And then after the comma, you put how far back you want to go. So capital N is number of games. So capital N equals 6. So that means we're going back Utah's last 6 games, and they lost 4 or 5 of those last 6 games. And the current games total is 239 or less. We'll hit the SDQL button. And now we're going to make it think. Seems like this happens in almost every video where I get to one trend, and for some reason, it just doesn't want to spit out the results. I don't know if the database is bogged down with a lot of people running queries. You can see here, though, that the Jazz are 14-1 against the spread. So this goes back to last season. Covering the spread by about 5.5 points per game on average. Now, usually in basketball, I like the margin to be at least 2 possessions, so I like the margin to be more than 6 points. I don't have that here. It's close, but I don't quite have that here. But the 14-1 ATS going back to last season is enough to get my attention. And you can see that this is active today with the Jazz visiting the Bulls. So let's move right into trend number 3. And guys, if you haven't already, please hit the thumbs up to like this video. I would greatly appreciate that. For trend number 3, we're going to look at the Golden State Warriors. We're going to go back to November 20th of last year when they are away. The total for this game is 241 or less. And they're coming off a game where they faced an Eastern Conference opponent. So previous opponent's conference equals Eastern. So they're coming off a non-conference game is another way to say that. So hit the SDQL button. And you can see that the over-under is 12-0, 12 overs, no unders. These games went over by an average of about 13.9 points per game. You can see that this is active tonight with the Warriors visiting the Pistons. So let's go right into trend number 4. And guys, if you have any trends that you'd like me to look up for tonight's NBA games, drop them in the comments. If you have any trends that you found that are good for tonight's games, drop those in the comments as well. We would all love to see them. For trend number 4, we're going to look at the Nets at home when they're off a home loss. So previous game is a home loss, and it was against a division opponent. So previous game was a division game. And we're going to go back to March 13th of 2018, and we'll hit the SDQL button. And you can see that the Nets are, despite the average line being about a pick 'em, they're not even plus 1 point on average. They're 1-9 straight up, 0-10 against the spread, losing to the spread by an average of 8.25 points per game. And my mouse is going crazy. You can see that this is active today. The Nets hosting the Milwaukee Bucks. Now, I don't normally like to go back that many seasons. I just wanted to show you how far back this trend goes and stays undefeated. But really, even if you just go back to, and let's change this to the 2021 season, we're only going to go back, which is normally what I would like to do anyway. I definitely wouldn't want to go back any more than 2020. Even just going back to the 2021 season, this trend is 0-5 against the spread, and they failed to cover by an average of 9.5 points per game. So that, guys, is it for trend number 4. We've got one more to go. Trend number 5 coming up right here. And guys, just a reminder, I've got 4 big plays going on right now on my page for today at dbbets.com. And also, it's half price Monday over there at Wager Talk. So you've got I'm going to try to share my page. I thought I was doing that. Everything is going crazy here today for some reason. But yeah, this page, dbbets.com, I've got 4 plays. Now, I don't have all 4 plays in daily packages. The only play that's in a daily package is my Monday Night Football play for tonight. It's on the right-hand side at the top of the page here. You can see it's backed by a pair of situational angles that are a combined 22-1 for 96% winners. All the details are in the write-up for that game. I also have 3 NBA plays going today. All 4 plays, if you scroll down, you can see on the right-hand side, it says one-day pass. Man, I don't know what's going on with this mouse. It's going haywire. One-day pass right there. It says buy now to access 4 picks. So I've got 4 plays up. It's 50% off. It's half price Monday. So a one-day pass is normally $39. It's only $19.50 today to get all 4 plays. You can get those right now at dbbets.com. Let's go to trend number 5 to wrap up this video for today. And nothing seems to want to work today. Every time I try to go from sharing one screen to another, it kicks me out. So let's try that again. There we go. This has taken a lot longer than it should have today. So let's go to trend number 5. Trend number 5, we're looking at the Milwaukee Bucks. We're going back to November 23rd of last year when they're off back-to-back spread losses. So previous game was an ATS loss, and 2 games ago, previous game was also an ATS loss. And hit the SDQL button, and you can see that the over-under is 12-0, 12 overs, no unders. These games went over by nearly 20 points per game on average. Now, full disclosure, if you look in the right-hand column, overtime. There were 2 games here that went 1 overtime period each. So that's going to affect that margin somewhat. Now, I looked at this before I recorded this. Those 2 overtime periods totaled 38 points. So 38 points over 12 games, that's only going to knock this margin down about 3 points. So you're still looking at an over margin of more than 16 and a half points per game. You can see that this is active today. The Bucks at the Nets. And for those of you who are not just watching this video for the trends, but who are also trying to actually learn the SDQL so you can do this stuff on your own, which is also the purpose of these videos. It's not just to spoon feed you trends. It's also to try to teach you how to use the SDQL database. I believe if we go to ATS streak less than or equal to -2, that should give us the same result because it's going to give you -2 means they were losses. So it means they've lost at least their last 2 to the spread. That should be the same as the what I used there before. We'll see if I'm right here. And of course, now it wants to think again. I don't know, between my mouse going crazy, not being able to share from one screen to the next, and the database taking forever on a third of these trends, I'm starting to think I wasn't supposed to do this video today. But there you can see using ATS streak less than or equal to -2 gives us the exact same result and the exact same 12 games it spits out as if I did it, the other way where I did it the long way. And if I can hit the back arrow here, yeah, it's the same as doing it this way. This way is a little bit longer to type out, but it gets you to the same place. And some of the things in the database are that way where you can use the parameters differently and still end up with the same result. Much like handicapping, you can handicap these games multiple different ways and still end up on the same side. So that, my friends, is going to do it for today's initial NBA trend video. Hopefully it gets better from here on out, as I wasn't anticipating all the issues that I had here today, albeit they were minor issues. But anyway, if you guys have any trends you want me to look up, drop them in the comments. If you have any that you found, drop them in the comments as well. Don't forget to head over to dbbets.com. Take advantage of Half Price Monday over there and grab all 4 of my big plays for tonight for just $19.50. And as always, guys, best of luck on all of your wagers today.